So one method for verifying hologram drift in your workspace is by creating a digital model of a physical object in your workspace, something of known dimension, like a desk or a sheet of paper or any other object, and then aligning that digital model with the physical object and just moving around with your mobile device or with the HoloLens and seeing how much that hologram shifts in position relative to the static fixed object. So I have a 1800 millimeter by 1200 millimeter rectangle that I've modeled here in Rhino, and we're just going to place this rectangle precisely on my desk using this placement QR code here in Hologram. So that should align this rectangle with my desk reasonably precisely, definitely precisely enough for doing this visual check. And we'll get up and walk around and we'll see how much it drifts. So let's connect Hologram and have a look at this model. So from the last tutorial, I was, scanning the space quite a bit. So we've already got some obviously tracked features. I'm just going to tap on my black surface anywhere to place this initially. And then we're going to align the model to the QR code using the snap tool. And I'll do that a couple of times to make sure we get it as precise as possible. So you can see that that object's reasonably well aligned. Sort of better after placing it a couple of times. Lined up with that edge of the bench, okay as well. Okay, now as we walk around and check the position of this hologram, you can see it's pretty accurate in this dimension, so we're getting very little drift along this edge of the table. And that's to be expected because in that previous video, we spent a long time building up tracking data of this part of our space as I was discussing some of the factors which will affect tracking. Down at the other end of our desk, we have significantly less tracking data. And you can see here we've got a sort of a gap of, maybe 30 or 40 millimeters between where the edge of the bench should be and where our hologram is actually locating it. So this drift is the result of less tracking data in this part of our space, which is simply confusing our device. So if we spent more time walking around this part of our desk, we should be able to improve that drift. Which seems to be the case. So as I walk backwards and forwards, we're getting that down from, really just to a few millimeters over this time.